What's up, guys? Benny here, and I am stoked to be back to talk about episode 7 of the Challenge Double Agents. And I am here with my good friend Sanaa, a fellow host from AfterBuzz TV. How's it going, Sanaa?
Hey, it's going good. I'm actually super excited that, the challenge, I can't wait for us to get into that, of all the stuff
Mhm.
that's been going on with there. And my girl, Killer Cam, is still in the mix.
Oh yeah. When I found out that you were not a host, a fan of the challenge, I was like, all right, I have to get Sanaa on, and we have to talk about this episode. So I'm stoked. So first, I just want to get your opinion on just like your overall thoughts on episode 7.
Okay, my overall thought is that, finally, Josh got to win. This actually is the season for some of the underdogs of the vet circle. For example, Leroy, he's been showing out and getting more vocal, and he's challenging himself. We all know that he's not the biggest fan of heights and water and things. He's doing it. I'm just super excited for the underdogs. I always root for the underdogs. So.
I am the exact same way because we see like the vets who are always winning win. So I think it's time for, a Leroy or a Cam, just someone who hasn't won a challenge yet. That's what I want to see. And I am definitely my main guy is Leroy right now. This is his last season. He's retiring after this season. He's never won one before. So he has to win one. But
Exactly.
let's start talking about the beginning of the episode where we have Nam and Lolo. So when I saw these two pair up in the first episode, I was like, this is gonna be like a killer freaking team. Like Lolo is a freaking professional Olympian, and then you have Nam, like the dude is jacked. Like they're gonna be the team to beat, but they cannot agree on anything, and they have not won a single challenge. I want to know, what do you think of these two and why they just can't get along?
Ugh. It's I think because they both are really strong competitors, sometimes you can get in your own head and thinking that you know what's best.
Mhm.
And I think that's probably what's going on. Like both of them think that they know what is best for the team, and they really don't. Because obviously they're not winning anything. And I really thought that they were going to dominate too. I thought it was going to be like CT on crack. And I don't know. like probably like Ashley. Ashley's also a champ, like times 12. And it's not that
Mhm.
they're not good competitors, because they really are very athletic. It's just, I
Yeah.
think, finding their groove within the challenge is something that can be difficult too.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. But I
The
will
chemistry.
say, yeah, they definitely need to work on the chemistry. But I will say, even though they both are rookies, Lolo still has one up on Nam because Lolo was on Champ versus Stars or Champ versus Pros, whatever that spinoff
Yeah.
was called. So she kind of, even though this is her first time participating in the challenge, she still kind of knows the game. And I feel like Nam should kind of just take a step back and just see what she has to say and try to go it her way and see what happens.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally forgot about that. She was on that season.
Yeah.
Girl, Lolo needs to be remembering like little tricks and little things that goes on in the challenge. And he has to be able to trust his partner too, to know like she knows what she's talking about. And vice
Mhm.
versa.
Yeah, and CT said something very, very interesting to me. When he walked by them while they were arguing, then he randomly came up to them and he was like, "You know what? If you guys just got your ish together, you would be like the team to beat. Everyone would be scared of you." And it's so true
It's
because
so
these are
true.
massive people.
So true. And it's like, I don't know. They need to sit down in that room or make a late night or early meeting where no one can hear them and really plan out how they're going to do this game and who they think would be the best to team up with or to, kind of have some ties with, because everyone knows in the challenge, if you don't go in with an alliance or eventually make one, it's going to be hard as hell. Like, you're going to have to win everything in order to really dominate.
Exactly. And they're smart people. Like, you can't just have brute strength, but Lolo and Nam seem like they would be smart. Like, they can handle puzzles and whatever that gets brought to them. So, I don't know. They just need to get their stuff together. But let's move on to the actual challenge. I loved this one so much. I'm like, I know exactly what I would do. But so pretty much it's you have to find this relic and then you have to rush out of the water into the finish line with no one catching you, which I thought was brilliant. So I want to start off with the girls. Nani has it, and I love Nani. Nani is someone else that I like. I want to see win. But she does something that isn't that smart, and she yells out, "Oh my gosh, I have it." What did you think about that moment?
I'm like, girl, if I was her partner, I would have ran to the mud. I would have ran in the mud too. I was so like, girl, I cannot believe that you're doing this right now. Why would you yell that out?
It was crazy. Like, I was literally yelling at my TV screen. But your girl, Cam, she pulled through and she got that W.
I'm telling you, Killer Cam is not the one to play with, okay? She is not the one to think that, oh, she's so pretty and like, her hair is always nice and everything like that. She'll be easy. No, Killer Cam does not play when it comes to competing. And the way she stole the relic, I was just like, girl, this is why they call you Killer Cam.
She's a beast. Like, people definitely need to realize that. She may have not won a challenge, but that girl means business. And I'm really liking her this season. And I'm really liking that the challenge is putting more of a spotlight on her because she's been the focus on many of the episodes this season. We're only on episode 7, which I love.
Yeah, and she thinks, I love Cam because she also thinks with her brain too. Like, she's very strategic. She's not going to do a move that's not going to make sense. And it's all going to play out. And when it plays out, I'm just like, I love it.
Exactly.
And she's a fellow Black girl. So I love it too. I love the fact that, she's a Black woman on the show and she's dominating and she's winning and she talks shit. Oh, can we curse on here?
Yeah, you're fine.
She talks. I should have asked that beforehand, but she talks her shit and she can back it up, and that's what I love.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. It's like if someone crosses her, then she will return the favor, and it will always work.
Always.
It almost worked with CT. If it would have been a guy's day, CT may have went home in the first episode.
Exactly.
And then Jay, he crossed them. Jay is no longer here, so don't mess with Cam. But I also want to talk about Aneesa and Lolo. So during that girls' heat, Aneesa gets Lolo by the neck. Lolo's pissed off. I wanted to know, do you think Lolo has a right to be mad at Aneesa for doing that?
I want to say yes, but at the same time, it is the challenge, so no. You got to understand it wasn't meant out of malicious intent. Like, she's trying to win just like you. And if you've had no problem before, why would she, want to start one now? So if it was me personally, I would have been pissed in the moment because I'm like, girl, I don't even have the relic. Yeah. But at the same time, she has to understand this is a game. It gets physical. That's what we signed up for. So sometimes it gets that way. But I understand why she was pissed. But girl, let it go.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree that she shouldn't be pissed, but I do get why. But like you said, this is the challenge. This isn't the Olympics where you play fair. People are going to play dirty on this game. If they can get away with it, then they're gonna
They
play
will.
dirty. So you can't be mad at Aneesa. What you have to do is you got to play dirtier and get Aneesa back. That's what you got to do. But
Exactly.
I also wanted to talk about earlier, same with Lolo. People don't want Lolo to go in to an elimination because they don't want her to get her skull. And the same with CT. Do you think that's a smart move on their part?
On the other teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of smart because that way they don't have skulls for what we think. For what we think,
Yeah.
because remember, TJ said that there's only one more skull, and then after that it goes into stealing. So
Yeah.
and the challenge is full of twists and turns. So it's not
Exactly.
it's not gonna be like you got a skull. Like, no. People are gonna and watch I promise you, watch it'll be like only 3 skulls or only 5 skulls or only 5 of you guys can compete and all of you guys have skulls. Then it's gonna be like, well, best man for himself. So
Right.
I don't know. I think it's gonna if they try that plan, it could backfire. So
See, that's why I don't agree with that plan. I think throw Lolo in against a strong competitor. So
yeah.
then at least you get one of those strong competitors out, you know? Same with CT, because no one wants CT to go in. Throw in CT against Fessy, you know? Because right now, I have no idea who's gonna win, but Fessy is a pretty, I feel like Fessy's going to make it far. And no one can touch the guy. And I feel like they're just giving him the W.
Yeah, and here's the kicker on that. Is that with those strong players, who wants to risk their skull to get them out?
That's true.
That's why they want to do this plan, because it's just like, if we kind of ostracize them out and not let them get any type of chance of getting to a skull, then that'll make their chances lower. But
that's very true. That's very true. Back to the challenge. I kind of sidetracked us, but back to the challenge. So we go to the second heat of the girls. I was really happy about this one. Gabby wins. We haven't really seen much of her.
Yeah.
So she pulled it off. What do you think of Gabby so far?
Oh, I wish I could see more of her because I don't really see like a lot of her. So I wish I could learn more about her and her strategy, like what she really plans to do with this game. Because right now she's like the underdog. Nobody's really checking for her as much. So when she did what she did during the challenge, that's when everyone's like, oh, and she surprised me too. I'm like, let me find out I might be Team Gabby.
I think she's she I feel like she's like a Jenna, where people underestimated Jenna, but Jenna is like what, the Barbie beast. Yeah, I feel like that's Gabby.
Definitely so. Oh, well, that would make perfect sense. Even with casting, they're like, you could be like the new
exactly, right? So I also want to talk about Nam. He won the first guys heat. Nam did exactly what I would have done. He faked it, pretended like he didn't have the relic, and just zoomed out of there. No one even touched the guy.
Yeah, that one was crazy. I'm like, dang, you were really sitting here thinking about this plan, because that plan could have went way left. I would have done the same thing CT would have done. I would have put my foot on it and been trying to.
That was so smart.
That's what I would have done.
So CT, he won that heat, and so then they all have to go against each other, and then CJ brings up this huge plot twist, and they have to go against each other, but they have to win. Each team has to win both. Is that what it was?
Yeah, so they went head to head. So from the two, they went head to head, and whoever was the last one standing from each round.
So it was Big T against Cam, and then CT against Kyle. And so people were saying, okay, there's no way. I love Big T. Don't get me wrong, but people were saying there's no way Big T is gonna win against Cam. Cam wins, and then surprisingly, Kyle beat CT. Now, Devin, he was saying that he thinks CT and Kyle did this little
Yeah.
plan and that CT let Kyle win. Do you think CT let Kyle win? Because I was like, this seems
I
a little.
Yeah, I don't think he let her. I don't think so, because then that would be too risky when he said that. Because I'm like, because if you think that Big T wouldn't win against Cam, and she actually won against Cam, then it wouldn't make sense. Then your plan is just messed up. I don't even. Yeah, that would just not make sense.
That's true. I didn't think
You
about
see what
that.
I'm saying? Because then
Yeah.
you're underestimating your teammate. And so to think that
Hmm.
she won't win, and I wanted her to win just for that fact. I was like, dang, if Big T would have won, then CT would have looked crazy.
Yeah. And this is the thing about Big T. Big T might not be the strongest person in this game, but she is a very, very smart girl. And pretty much the whole house loves her. So that's like, I would love to have someone like that on my team because you just can't have brute strength. You need
Right.
someone that knows how to mentally be in the game like Big T is.
Definitely. You have to be more, you have to be strategic. You've got to be a people person. You've got to be strong athletically and mentally in order to stay in this game. It's not
Hmm.
possible to just be a one-trick pony.
Right. And so we find out that Kyle and Cam are the number one winners, and we go into the next scene where they're trying to figure out who they want to get out. Kyle, who I think is very smart, wants Fessy and Aneesa to go in. I think that is the smartest decision because, like I said before, they are pretty much giving this game to Fessy. Fessy is by far the biggest guy there. No one can really beat the guy unless it's CT. But Cam doesn't really want to do that because she doesn't want the Big Brother Alliance to go after her. So, my question to you is who do you agree with more, Kyle or Cam?
I agree more with Cam because you got to look at it as a numbers game too. You've already gotten your skull. So if you put them in, it's the same way when Jay had did what he did to Cam. You're going to be pissed and you're going to want to put them in. So then how would you feel if you go in again and you just got your skull? You know, so it's like
Yeah,
you're risking that skull. So why would I do that? It's not even like I don't have one at all. Because if I don't have one, I have nothing to lose. If you come for me, I can definitely get a skull. Putting Fessy in, I mean, that's gonna really if because like if they put Fessy in and Fessy could get a new partner at that point, right? If
yeah.
he won, if he won.
Hmm.
So to me, it's smarter. No, keep him with Anissa. Keep him with
That's
Anissa because he doesn't like her as a partner. So keep that dynamic going. Do not change it up.
That's such a good point of view, and I never even thought about that because in my head, I'm just like, get Fessy out of there because he's gonna win. But I didn't really consider the fact that he isn't really happy with his partner, and there is also that chance that you put him into elimination and he wins, he comes back, and then he's gunning after you. So
Exactly. And
that's a good point.
you would put Fessy up against Josh? Like, then that's just
Yeah,
looking like, then you're just, at that point, you got to look at it like, okay, is Fessy good at puzzles? Because if he's not good at puzzles, then Josh would send him home.
hmm,
But if he is good at puzzles, he's going to send Josh home.
yeah, yeah. No, I 100% agree. I want to talk about Amber B. So she's in that Big Brother Alliance also, and she's been saying, I've been with the rookie girls, but my main alliance is the Big Brother Alliance, and so she has to turn on her friend Amber M. Do you agree with Amber B's decision to stick with the Big Brother Alliance and not with the rookie girls?
Crazy because I was going back and forth with this too because I really like Amber B, but I would have to stay with my alliance, which I made first. My first alliance was with Big Brother. Those are your alliance. That's who you came here with. Now, if she was not with them and she was just kind of like not part of Big Brother, she was just cool with them, how Cam is, like cool with them, I would say go with the rookies because Big Brother at the end of the day, they're the reason why they are going far and stuff is because they stick together as an alliance.
Yeah. So like you, I'm split in between the two because the Rookie Girl Alliance, they've been doing pretty well so far. None of them, I don't think, have been thrown in. Natalie, she went home voluntarily. The other rookie girl, she was sent home because she injured herself. So none of them have been sent in. So they've been doing pretty well. But the Big Brother Alliance is, and I always say this every episode, Big Brother Alliance scares the living crap out of me because they have that mental game down. They know how to look at your face and just lie straight to your face without a problem. It's like second nature.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like, how do you just sit here and lie like this to people's face and think they're just, oh, okay. They're just thinking you're going to go with that plan. But I'm telling you, if she would have went against that Big Brother Alliance, it would have been, the repercussions would have been bad.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. One thing that really surprised me, or I was like, okay, this is different, when Cam and Kyle were in, that whole room where they find out, who voted for who, they didn't show us.
I know.
Like,
I was
why
so
is
mad.
that? I'm like, is this like a new thing they're doing? Is this just to like build up the suspense? I didn't get it, but did you like that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did not understand that whatsoever. But we find out that Michi and Amber M are sent in, which I was kind of bummed. I did want Aneesa and Fessy to go in. I just felt that it was just a super easy win. But what did you think about those two? Did you want Fessy or Aneesa or Michi and Amber M?
I'm cool with Michi and Amber M going in because, like I said, if you give Fessy his chance down there, he could potentially like switch his partner if he wanted to. And we all know if he wanted to do that, he would. So, and I think this also probably went into Cam's mind as well. Like, if I put him in, he can choose to have whatever partner that he wants. And from there, that's what Fessy wants. And he will most likely take Casey like he did last time and be together with her, leave Leroy sitting out here with Aneesa. And that's not going to set him up for success. And she wants her man to get to the final with her, okay?
So now you're good. You're good.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this was the only logical solution. And so with this going down, I'm like, I had hope for Michi. I think the puzzle just messed him up.
So let's talk about that elimination because
it was comical.
It was very comical, and I was rooting for Michi like no other because I wanted, even though Josh has never won an elimination, I'm always gonna root for the rookies, versus a vet. But the dude just could not. And you know what? I'm not even like gonna come down bad at him because I'm awful at puzzles. I don't even know if I would have been able to do that. But I was really rooting for him when Josh couldn't break the I was like, come on, Michi, you got some time. What did you think about just that whole elimination?
Oh my God. First of all, Michi probably was just overwhelmed because you have filming and stuff, but until you're down beneath into the ground, until you're there you don't understand like the pressure of it all. You like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I got this money on the line. I got my family on the line. I got, what kind of Birkin bags I'm gonna buy myself. No, I'm joking. But it's so much going through your mind that when it comes to a puzzle, sometimes you can freak out, especially if there's
Yeah.
math involved or just moving things around to be a picture. So he probably was zoned out on that one. And
Mm-hmm.
Josh, he probably was like, I remember this from last time. And he thinks it's gonna be easy. So I literally was like, Josh, if you don't swing yourself to the side and throw it, I said, go home and throw medicine balls all night. Since you want to play, throw medicine balls all night.
Can you imagine though if Michi would have caught up and beat Josh? That would have been just
Epic. That's what
that.
I was
Yeah.
hoping.
Jeez, man. Like I was so bummed about that. But yeah, so Josh is the winner, which I am stoked for. This is
Yes,
his
yes, yes.
first win ever in the challenge. So kudos to Josh. And so we have new partners. Well, Josh stayed with Nani, and now Amber M, if I'm not mistaken, is a rogue agent. And I wanted to ask you about Amber M because I feel like she gets a lot of heat, like just now on social media. Whenever I see cast members talking about her, they don't really have the nicest things to say. And then on the show, it seems like they look at her as a layup. And I wanted to know your thoughts on Amber M.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, I think she really has heart. Like she really wants to win. I think people just continue to underestimate her. Like last episode, didn't they call her weak or something like that? So it's kind of like she's feeling like she's probably having to prove herself. Like, look,
Yeah.
no, I'm tough too. Just because I'm smaller and than you all doesn't mean that I can't compete. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's some way. Maybe she's a totally different girl behind the cameras, but I think she just really has her heart in this. She really wants to win,
Yeah.
and I
No,
think she's sick of people doubting her because I understand how that is. Like you get sick of that, and then it's like, dang. Now,
100% agree. 100% agree. And I hope whenever, if she ever does go into elimination, she just beast
kills
modes
it.
it out, and just shocks everyone. I hope she pulls a J last season on Total Madness where everyone thought he was just going to be a layup, ended up beating CT, ended up beating another player. So, you never know what can happen. You can't underestimate people.
Okay, and this is the challenge.
Exactly. So that was the review. What do you think is going to happen in the next episode and just future episodes?
Ooh, I think there's going to be a big plot twist coming soon. I think when it comes to these skulls, that's what I'm really, really trying to predict these skulls. I think they're probably going to do one more round of I think they're going to do a purge next, to be honest. Like, I think they might do a purge of 2 people eliminated. You know how they do that? Double elimination.
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict that's coming up soon.
I'm scared for Leroy, man. I am so scared for Leroy because, like you said, there's only one more skull left for the dudes. And who has it? Fessy, Josh, Leroy. Who else has a skull? I can't think of the other people.
Oh,
but
Corey doesn't have one.
Corey doesn't have one either, yeah. And so I just feel like no one's gonna want to take Fessy's skull. No one wants to go after Fessy. Josh, maybe, because this is Josh's first win. Leroy, I can see it going both ways.
Yeah.
But I want Leroy to win
Same.
so bad. And I want to see I love that him and Cam are playing so smart in this game. Like they don't even want to run the final together. And it's smart because one of them could win. It makes their chances even better at getting the $1 million.
Definitely. I was just thinking that. I'm like, it's better that they're not partners because if they were, then we both out of it. So exactly. I think they got to keep their game separate. I think that's a good strategy too.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see until episode 8. But I want to talk about you real quick because I know you have your own YouTube channel. So why don't you explain to the viewers what you do and talk about?
So I do have my own YouTube channel that I do reviews, lifestyle videos, as well as just content all centered around LA. I get so many questions about what it's like moving here. So I just break all of that down, and I just started my fitness journey for my weight loss
Oh,
journey. Yes, you got to check it out on YouTube. I have some tips, and I've just been really just vlogging everything so you guys can see all of that. And also, I have my own interview series that I do, More with Sanaa. So I interview celebrities in reality television, in music, and film.
making moves, Sanaa. I love it.
Oh,
I
thank
freaking
you.
love it.
Thank
Why don't you
you.
tell everyone where they can follow you on social media and give everyone your YouTube page again?
Yeah. You guys follow me on Instagram at I am underscore Sanaa underscore. So that's SANA. Click the link in my bio and you can find my YouTube channel. On YouTube, I am Sanaa with no spaces in between. And then yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at I am underscore Sanaa.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, make sure you follow her. Her content is amazing. I've seen
Oh,
some
thank
of it.
you.
Sanaa, thank you so much. I'm so stoked we were able to just talk about the challenge finally, because we
Yes.
have talked like months ago about how we love this show. So it's cool that we were actually able to do this. So you definitely
Yes.
have to come on for a future episode. And yeah.
Yes, I love this. You should definitely also see if you can do like a reunion. I would love that.
Oh my gosh, that would be dope. That would be dope. We'll see. You never know. You
You
never
never
know.
know.
But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can get the latest content from Challenge Reality News. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Take it easy.
Bye.